Hey guys, it's Drew again, and welcome back to I guess my second edition of Greenies. Today is March the May 23rd, and I want to start planting the vegetables for the spring. I'm currently in Zone 8B in California. So really, it doesn't really consistently get warm or like stay warm here until after Mother's Day. But ideally, we want to start growing or, germinating our seeds before that date, so we can at least get a few extra months of growth. Because our growing season is really from May all the way probably till the middle of October, and then from there the plants kind of burn out. So I have a couple of things that I want to accomplish today. One is on my left side, so I look right on the video. I have these hydroponic trays with these neat little I don't know what they are. They're like spongy cores of some sort of plant medium, which I have heating mats under, and I kind of jerry-rigged this 8 heating mat setup where it'll warm the bottom of the trays to about maybe 75, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And the reason I'm doing that is on this side, I'm planting all my warm season crops like tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, and okra. And they have a germination of, I don't know, they like to germinate around 75, 85 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's not going to get like that for another month and a half. So if I can get a month and a half head start on these, we're all good. On the right side, I have all my cool season stuff, like kales, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, lettuce, cucumbers, pumpkins, and then, like basil and all that. I say cool season because they'll germinate like from 50 degrees Fahrenheit to about 75. So they have lower requirements. They don't have a heating mat under them. They just have a little reservoir where they'll be basically, water will be in there. So as the plants suck up the water through the roots, the water will be then picked up from the moist soil and brought up, so it'll gradually go through the water, and we won't have to water it every day. Before I do start, what I have to do for the warm season is, again, with these plugs, I bought a bottle of Clonex clone solution, and it's for both seeds and clones, as in like cuttings. And what it does is I'm going to mix it into a bowl of water, follow the directions. It'll give it a very light amount of fertilizer that's not going to burn seedlings or cuttings, but it's going to give them extra pop. Especially, there's probably not a whole lot of nutrients in here. This is really just designed to be squishy and allow the roots to grow easily. So my first step will be soaking the cubes, and I'll show you how to do that, and I'll then show you how I'm going to put the soil in these trays, and I'll just kind of break down my greenhouse process. So it says about 5 to 10 milliliters of cloning solution per liter of water. I have about 3 liters in there, and with that I'm going to mix in 30 milliliters, and then I'm going to soak these cores in the solution probably 5 minutes per tray, so that way all that nutrients gets kind of locked in these like spongy things. Alright, so I put in a tray's worth of the core material, and I may have undershot the bucket size, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lid on there, close it, shake it up a little bit, and then let them sit, I don't know, for about 5 minutes, and I'll repeat this with every single tray. Alright, so I went through and soaked all these cubes in that fertilizer solution. And I also labeled the tags, so, you know, bad handwriting, Italian peppercini, and, well, that's just one of them, but peppers in the back, and then, like, eggplant, okra, and tomatillos right here, and then I think it's all tomatoes right here. So I'm going to get these planted, and then I'm going to figure out what I need to do with these ones, but I'll show you just how I spread the soil and label those as well. Alright, so I got through planting all of the warm germinating plants. So all my peppers, okra, eggplant, basil, and tomato. And I put the this little greenhouse within a greenhouse structure on them to insulate the heat even more while it's still cold in March. And hopefully they begin to germinate. Everything's all labeled. What I'm going to do next is turn on the heating pads, and I'll show you how to do that. So I have a manual clock right here, and there's these little nodes that you push down after you set the time, and that basically allows it to figure out what time it is, and if the time lines up with one of these nodes being pushed down, then it warms up the heating pad. So I'm going to set it for the evenings. You know, evenings and mornings, I'll have it turned off for the afternoon when it will be getting a little bit warmer in here, but it's just a manual operating clock. Nothing too crazy about it. Alright, so now I have these open trays that I will fill with soil and proceed to plant the more cold season plants, which will germinate real quickly. One thing to be noted is that the cell size, so cell as in, you know, each little plug container for the plant. I'm using these like medium-sized ones. I could use even smaller ones, but I like to leave the plants in a little longer, and it makes it easier so I don't have to transplant it as often. So the first three, these are going to be good for like all the lettuces, kales, broccolis, etc. While these larger ones right here are going to be more for like pumpkins, cucumber, squash, etc. And the reason you want the bigger cell is that the roots grow quicker, it's a bigger plant, and it just gives you a little bit more room to breathe before you have to keep transplanting these things. So you want to do a little less work. And then right here is I'm going to play with pineapple guava up in zone 8B in the California mountains. I got these for like $50 at Home Depot, so pretty good deal, really pretty, and excited to see how they work. So what I did is I just poured the soil on there, spread it out, so spread it basically like this. There's still kind of a lot on there, but you spread it out, and then you pick up the tray, obviously, and you just kind of shake it so that way it gets all the way to the bottom. You know, there's soil at the bottom, there's all these trays here, and now I got cell plugs for basically all the cool season plants. Also, we turned on the grow light, so this will actually help increase the temperature in here, increase overall growth, and stimulate the seeds to actually want to germinate. In these, one of the easiest ways to actually get, you know, holes in there for the seeds is you just take like a Sharpie, right, and you just go like this, you over and over again until there's a hole in every single cell so that way you can drop your seed in there. So I'm going to do that in the meantime, but pretty simple. Alright, so I got everything kind of hole punched and labeled, and now I'm going to start planting it. One item that I did want to bring up regarding soil, because, you know, as you can see, this is pretty organic with a lot of like perlite mix in there. What you want is either a seed starter mix or an organic soil that isn't going to have a lot of like nitrogen salts in it that would burn the plant or any other excessive minerals. So just FYI, either look for a seed mix or something organic that's not going to be too hot. Manure would be too hot because there's a lot of nitrogen in there. So always ask the people who are selling the soil at the store so you know what you're getting. Alright, so I got everything planted in there, and now I just need to water it in. Actually, turns out I had quinoa seeds at the end, which I didn't think I had, so I'm actually going to plant those and see how they do up here. Hopefully they do well. I think quinoa is real tasty. Hey guys, so I got everything kind of planted, basically all the warm season germinating tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, etc. on this side. And then I know it's not really in the frame because I moved all the cells on this side further up. But I have the broccolis, the lettuces, coriander and parsley, as well as quinoa on this side. Those all germinate at lower temperatures, so I think they'll do just fine in here, you know, germinating on their own time. Everything in the back, I'm going to wait to plant the squash. It takes forever, or no. They germinate so quick that it's not worth me planting them right now when we'll probably want to put them out around in May. So probably in April I'll put those in and get those moving. So that's why that's empty currently. And other than that, I think we've got a really good setup here. And I'll do other videos showing the progress as things kind of germinate, start to grow. And I'll show you how the garden kind of progresses. Anyways, I appreciate anyone that made it this far in the video, and hopefully it has some good information. If you have any questions, you can always leave a comment. Until next time, keep growing.